All right, big day at OG, just like normal. Our Sonic MSS Plus stuff arrived. The only problem is, I was about to pick a fight with the driver. He wouldn't bring it over next door. We get trucks over there every single day, but apparently he couldn't back in. So we're transferring manually all this stuff over. But this is going to be our array for the design section of, I don't even know what these cost me, but it was a lot of money. Luckily I got it in before the 20% increase. So we're starting to see inflation. Inflation is here and is about to take hold of every product. And so these things are made out of steel and they're imported. And so shipping costs have 6x'd, and steel and metal has also increased substantially. So we're seeing these are going to go up 20% in cost, which they're already really expensive. These are going up 20% in September. But we're going to unbox these puppies, not today, but we're going to unbox them here soon. This probably isn't going to work, is it? I want to keep them in the box for now because they're about to drywall next week. And I don't want to get drywall all over it. But we got all kinds of stuff going on here today. I'll show you. I figured out the problem with the M3. This is the 3-drawer unit that we haven't seen yet. Kind of works as a really fancy pseudo filing cabinet. I don't know what these cost, but they're, $1,000 a piece or something like that. So we're gonna have to build a little breezeway from building to building. I drove it yesterday a bit. So we have the Dinan strut tower brace. So the Dinan strut tower brace is hitting the plenum. So we put some spacers in order to lift up so that the headers can clear, like the steering shaft or steering rack, whatever it's called, heat shield. So they send spacers to lift the engine up, but then the problem is the plenum is touching. You can see where the little white next to the A there is touching the Dinan strut tower brace. So I might be able to solve that by just putting the stock braces back on, or possibly putting a washer to space up. But there's no room. I'd have to shave that little piece there. So I'm going to take it apart, and I'll take the cowl off and take it apart and see what I need to do to get that fixed. But that's good news. I have the whole bottom taken apart. I've been driving around thinking it was the subframe or something like that, thinking the subframe needed alignment. But everything centers up on these cars. There really isn't any alignment to the subframe. So I'm glad that that's all I got to do to fix it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm excited for, the 1540s. I should steal that and put it in the garage instead. This isn't gonna work very well. Let's see if I can get this down here without dropping it. We can carry, can't we? Is it struggling already? I can do it.
Even that small one was pretty rough for 2 people. This is because you have to walk so far.
Yeah, it's still not fine with the cart, this one.
Yeah, you got it, Matt. You good?
I got muscles, Jeff. Got the tree he was talking about? We're taking our nice big open area, making it dense.
Probably put that one to the left.
Let's try it this way. Get a little running start. Nope, that ain't gonna work. These things are pretty freaking heavy.
Yeah, this one's got 6 drawers. 3 drawers not as bad.
Hole. There's gonna be a little, yeah, they're gonna just cut a doorway.
Okay.
And there's gonna be a beam right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this area here. So we're doing, obviously this stuff is coming in here, and so the MSS Plus array is gonna go where this tape is. And so we're doing a cornered up cabinet array where this will be a workstation, this will be a workstation, and there'll be a workstation there. We're going to put a large display up here, caddy cornered, you know, for if we're showing designs or something like that. And then, because I want to start videoing a lot of these, capturing a lot of the designs that Kyle's working on, showing you sort of what we do. Right now it's just word of mouth, but we're going to really start to promote this and teach people how we're doing this. This thing comes out, and then there's two 1540s with a big countertop. So there'll be a big floating center table here. And then, of course, the desks. Desks are going in this area, so our uplift stuff. Our uplift desk stuff has started coming. We're doing, what are those, what are these chairs called? Autonomous chairs. And then there's a desk array going here. So right now, my electricians, Perry's here doing Cat 6, and then setting up in the garage, setting up all our wiring. So I've got 110 volt connections for my cabinets that are going there. We got to do a bunch of stuff in the ceiling for lights. They're running conduit so that we can set up, all the power. He already took these. These were just sitting on the wall, so now they're recessed, or they're set up so that we can set up these for drywall that's coming. So what's about to happen in here starting next week is that they're going to frame up to the ceiling. Well, here they're going to seal off, the wall, and then skin this with drywall. But then they're going to go up close to the ceiling on all the edges around. So we have to get all the wiring and plumbing done so that when the drywallers come, we don't have to cut the drywall again. So my tire changer, my balancer is here. Those are going over on that wall. And then we're waiting on doors. We need to get a quote on doors. Getting doors is going to be difficult, I think. So anyway, bringing all this stuff, setting it up. Unfortunately, I don't think we want to open it up until after the drywall is done, so it doesn't get messed up. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is real freaking heavy. Ready? 1, 2, 10. Oh God. I don't know about this one, Lewis.
Yeah. Profit, bros.
I just need to get up the hill.
Yep.
You tell me I'm good. You tell me when.
Yes,
I got it.
What,
Yeah.
This door?
Yep, right here. Dolly the rest of the way.
Yeah, Matt.
Got it. Yeah, let's go through right here. Boom. Sweaty. What is it called? ARH, American Racing Headers on the M3, which is great. Sole over axle pipes only with factory headers and cats and factory rear section on the GT4, and then the full Dundon street version on the RS. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind the last few weeks, setting up all the cars. So we got to pull this in to fix that strut tower brace, and we should be good. So the Milwaukee accessory stuff is really daunting. Well, I'm trying to undaunt that, if that's a word. And so I basically have three plus full sets or full kits of Milwaukee accessories. So for example, this multi-tool here. So the multi-tool, what I'm working on building out is, you could buy the tool only. You could buy the tool with the batteries, or the 221 or 22 kit. And then there's an accessory package. So there's a bunch of accessories. This one has 16 or 13 different accessories. And then the question is, which accessories do you want? What redundancy is there? Eliminate redundancy. For instance, they make titanium and then they make a regular. I'd rather have just the titanium version. And so what we're doing here is I'm taking all the accessories, going through them, figuring out what I'm going to carry, eliminating redundancy, and then building the package. And so I've had this stuff sitting on the shelf because it took me 6 months to get it all, because some of the stuff was back ordered and not available. So I finally have it all. And so now I'm building, like, this is the multi-tool accessory package. This is the package for the cutoff of the grinder. This is the accessory package for the Sawzall. And right now I'm working on accessory package for drills, for the drill bits and augers and stuff like that. And so my mom and Alyssa and Braylon are going to follow behind me and get it organized, get it into a few boxes, because we've taken up all this room that we need. So right now I'm going to start working on hole saws and actual drill bits. What is this? Yeah, see, drill bits here. So we've got all these bits. I need to go through and choose what's going to be part of the package. So this is the Milwaukee master dealer distribution list, and so I have list pricing, and I have cost. And so what I'm doing is, if we look at say, let's go back and look at our hole saw, or not hole saw, our multi-tool stuff. So the multi-tool has 13 different items, not 16, 13 different items. Now, some of them I'm doing 2 packs or 6 packs. And so there's 19 total parts and pieces that go as part of that package, which will have a retail of $245. Has a list price of $345. Because I'm buying a lot of 100 packs that I'm breaking up and taking 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or however many we need. Like, for instance, with blades, sometimes they sell a 5-pack, sometimes they sell a 1-pack, sometimes they have a 100-pack, like what we have over there. And so I'm always going to buy the biggest package, and then we're going to open it up and create a kit. And so theoretically what would happen is I'm going to order a pallet of saw blades, and then the packers will pull it out and put it together and make it. This is 206 blades that makes the saw blade package. And so then I'm trying to price it to where we can make some margin, because these things have very little margin, very little markup. I make very little money on the amount of inventory. I mean, you see there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of inventory sitting right there. And I haven't really provided any value over just going to Home Depot, other than me making a few videos, which haven't been all that valuable yet. The end goal is to have it so where you can click and add an accessory package, so your tool is totally outfitted and you can make it function best, as well as creating different packages and value subsets of tools. And that is what I'm hoping helps. These things have some margin, and so that adds a little bit of profitability to the carrying costs of the inventory. But otherwise, I'm just doing the same thing everybody else is doing and retailing it. So the end goal of this is going to be that you have a master collection of accessories, and then we break it up into different subsets of categories. I think there's going to be 7 categories that add up to the master collection, because very few people are going to buy a $5,000 set of accessories. And then the final goal was to have it where we tool grid out, where your accessories will all be tool gridded. And so we're going to work on, and we'll do tool grid in a tall drawer and tool grid in a narrow drawer, or a short drawer. And so this project, I catch inspiration. It's some days I don't have it, but it's a whole lot of work, a whole lot of complication. It's been a really significant investment of something that hopefully you people buy when it's all said and done. And then the really long-term goal is to then, I think Bosch probably makes better concrete bits. Makita may make a better, fastening set or something like that. And maybe Chase having the best of everything. I don't love Sonic screwdrivers. I love Sonic's organization. Maybe we have Wera screwdrivers someday or something like that. But that's going to take, it's going to take 4, 5, 6, 10 years and millions of dollars to get there. And hopefully you guys keep supporting me along the way, so we can chase this concept, or chase this dream. And so what I'm doing now, I'm going to go through. I've been do I need a 4 5/8 inch self-feed bit? Which is for hardwoods. I don't know. I think I want, and I think most people want, a full set, or at least the option to know what a full set is. So I'm taking and creating a full set and removing redundancy. Like for hole saws, I don't need all of these. Which ones do I think I actually need? Which one of these hole saws, this is an impact hole saw, these hole saw shanks, these arbor shanks do I need? And so I'm working through figuring out what redundancy, how many bits would I want in a set, and then the end goal, I've said the end goal 5 times, cut that part out. Another goal is to have the ability for, if you did buy, let's say you did buy the multi-tool set, to then we have a page where you go to and you can just replenish it. So this is a really significant project that is a microcosm of other product subsets that we're going to create over time. So this is where I think that my skill set is, and where I think I can provide value to the world rather than just retail and junk. Finding good stuff, maybe it's the best, maybe it's not, but it's certainly good. And then building out a system for purchase where people really can follow along with what's the best way to acquire things. So, and then having paths to get there. Most people aren't going to buy a $15,000 master collection of tools with a $5,000 set of accessories. I think we all aspire to have that. That's what I want. That's what I think we all want, but it's not all that practical. And for some people, they're just not interested in wasting and having things they're not going to use. I like to have the stuff around, that way I can, use it if I needed it. But that we're all wired a little differently, but I think many of you want what I want, which is to have a complete set of things. So that's what I'm working through here today. Right now, I haven't gone through redundancy and things like that, but the accessory package for the drill, which would be these two, M18 and M12. So there's the M18. And so I don't have the M18 kit, which we don't have any in stock, but we have them on back order. And then the M12 version. So there's 181 different SKUs, different bits. And then I need to decide, like some of these I want 3. I want 3 1/4 inch, 6 inch hammer drill bits. This also applies to the SDS drill as well. And actually, these aren't SDS bits. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I need to order SDS bits. We'll do that. We'll do that for that when we get there. So yeah, 181 individual parts. So I guess there'll be a sub package, an 8th package for the SDS. The SDS hammer drill, which I freaking love that thing. These bits won't fit. Yeah, this is what I do for everything. I mean, when I bought 27 different buckets from every place I could think of, or every place I could Google search and find to create the bucket package, I mean, this is the part that people, like with pressure washing, everybody takes for granted. None of the pressure washing that exists in all of detailing existed. None of it. I had to spend thousands and tens of thousands of dollars getting it wrong. Now it seems so simple. Nobody knew anything about orifices, and everybody knew about 40 degree, 25 degree pattern. It was there. It was in the pressure washing world. It was available. But now every goofy retailer is just able to piggyback on that. And that's what we're doing with this. And maybe this time we can protect it. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm not looking for credit. I'm just saying what is so. This is a huge project, but I'm not, this is what I love to do. I would do this all day, every day, rather than make videos of me, putting headers on M3s. I would rather do this, shop for stuff, and then the shopping part takes longer than anything. The decision to get to this point takes longer than this does, because you got to decide where you're putting your money up. I mean, I probably have $45,000 that I've spent to get this, to hope that I get that back. And I probably will. The hope is that I make $45 million off the $45,000 that I had to spend to get it. Worst case, I've got a set of accessories from my garage here and for my house. But that's the worst case. But this one's been, I mean, you just look at this spreadsheet, it just keeps rolling, just keeps strolling. Each one of these is an individual part and piece that we have to decide, and then I have to acquire, and then I have to categorize, and then we have to take photos, and then we have to write descriptions. And Bryce's head was about to explode yesterday when I was telling him what he's going to have to do. You know, because now I have a team. I had to do this all myself in the beginning, and now we have a team to do it. And so the pressure washing, I did it all myself. I took the photos, I wrote the descriptions, I created the product, I created the package, I had to shop for the stuff, I had to buy the stuff, I had to unbox the stuff. And so now we have a team that can provide some leverage, because I could have never done this Milwaukee project without everybody, you know, helping me do it now. So that's the story. Hopefully you guys will buy this stuff when it's all said and done. I think people will. All right, so let's work on drill bits. So the package we're putting together was ended up being $3,096 retail. So, you know, as just kind of piecing this together and figuring out what it would look like in the drop down, I realized, like, this specialty woodworking stuff, you know, most people probably aren't going to want. This is $1,000 right here. And then the hole saw set, see, they sell hole saw sets everywhere. I want a whole, no pun intended, an entire hole saw set with everything, with all the different augers, and I got rid of one of them that I don't think I would ever use. And this isn't about what I will never use. This is like, what will I never ever use, and then that gets pulled out. Most of the stuff will never get used, but that's the fun of this whole pursuit. So we have concrete for your hammer drill, so we'll have that kit. It's like $300. We have hole saw, which is $725, but it's, you know, every size hole saw all the way up to 6 inches. We have wood auger and wood boring and wood specialty bits, brad point bits. So that one is like another $900 and something. And then we have the most important one, which is your general purpose. So 3 countersink bits, and then all of your metric and SAE bits, and this one is like $1,000. So we take our $3,000 overall package, and I'm going to separate it into 4, and then in the drop down you'll be able to do, I want all 3, I want, you know, or whatever combination of them that you want to do. And so I'm then taking all the boxes that were on that shelf over there, and we're consolidating it down. So this basically is putting together, this will be the 3rd kit. So most of the stuff will go into inventory once we get this stuff ordered. So once I finish this spreadsheet, we're going to place a larger order to put together, you know, what I think might be a reasonable amount of initial inventory. Let's say 10. We'll probably do like 10 of these kits, and maybe 5 of these, and 5 of these, and 10 of those, or something, whatever I think is most useful. And so now what my mom is doing is now she's boxing this to figure out what size box, how would we package this, what size box do we need, and then we can weigh it, measure it, and then we can start to shoot videos on these specifically, and, you know, launch the package as I order the stuff. So once I get these done, then I'll get with Robert and we'll work that out. So there's another. The next package I'm going to work on here is pretty simple. I'm just going, for some reason I started at the bottom. I'm going to work on the circular saw blades, and then bandsaw, there's only one blade. One blade and one pipe reamer attachment. And then I get into the big package, which has 171 different parts, which is the stuff for your 1/4 inch impact stuff. So, making progress. I'm gonna put the M3 on the lift here after I clean this up and fix that thing. Freaking Molex plugs are the bane of my existence. You don't have to take this thing off. It makes it a lot easier if you do. So, what's happening, as we showed earlier, yep, that's it. The box is hitting our Dinan little sway bar thingies. And so look at the stock. The stock ones aren't rounded, they're oblong. So that's gonna solve a problem. Sad I'm losing my bling here. I love that old useless I love useless, shiny things. Yep, there it is. That's our problem. You know, we could look at putting some washers and stuff on it, but I think it'd be better to just stay with stock. Go back to this. This way. Yeah, it's gonna go back to good old boring. We don't have any metal polish here, do we? Oh, we have the Geon stuff. Yeah, smart little move there. I should do that. Do that to the other one. I'll take it back off.
Now, do that on a 20-foot airstream.
No. That looks better, huh? Wouldn't be obsessed garage if we didn't do the bottom too. I don't think they will. That just fits so much better that I don't think there's any reason to mess with it. Just polish all over the place is what it is. Yeah, scratch it up.
Put that back on. You put some little metal coat on there.
Oh yeah, let's try it.
You know,
Is it good for aluminum?
it's good for everything.
Let's do it.
Even paint. Don't put it on paint.
You don't even know that. Stainless steel, chrome, and aluminum. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's the new version too. So that's the revision 2 that came out.
What's it say on the back? How do I put this on?
So you slather it on there generously. Oh wow, that's a lot.
I know.
Holy crap.
I want to make sure it's
What are you,
coated.
like Tugeline with your body lotion over here? What are you doing? Surface has been thoroughly cleaned and dried, focusing on small section at a time. Apply metal coat with an applicator, spread evenly across the metal surface, making sure to maintain even coverage. After fully covering that section, use a clean, dry microfiber towel to remove excess product. Move on to the next section. It's a small area. It's a little bar. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Let's get another towel here.
But it's a metal ceramic nano coating.
Layer of
Definitely
niceness.
shinier though.
Does
Like mirror like going on.
But
there's
yeah,
like a cleaning effect a little bit too.
so don't make sure you don't put that much on.
Yeah, don't put it on like sunscreen.
Not too bad for a couple minutes worth of work, huh? Oh shoot, I just stepped on my lip. So we got this stuff to do on like exhaust tips and things like that. And you know, any other sort of metal like this would make sense. Looks a lot better than it did before. I might buy some new ones. Problem fixed. Wish I would have looked at that in the first place, because I took the whole bottom of the car apart again. It's all still apart. I got to put it on the lift and put it back together. I've been driving around with the base of the car all torn apart, trying to figure out what the heck was making all this noise. I need to start selling my stuff based on supply demand. Let's build a mattmormonauction.com. We can auction off everything. Gosh, I love it when a plan comes together. Solve a problem. Let's do some cleaning. Little hydrophobics. See, if we had our dry ice machine here, we could just blow this out. It'd be freaking awesome. Soon. Got the machine. We got the air compressor next door. Now we just need the ice. I'm working out the particulars of when they're going to start delivering it on a regular basis and how much and how often. And I could get the steamer out and all that, but it'd be sick if I just had dry ice on tap, ready to just keep everything perfect. I could call myself a perfectionist. Start using that term. I'm so OCD. People have to stop saying that. They don't even know what that means. being organized has nothing to do with being suffering from obsessive compulsive disorder. It's not how it works. I'd trade my organization for not having obsessive compulsive disorder in a heartbeat. All in a day's work. Building packages, fixing cars, working on electrical stuff with the electricians, getting deliveries. It's freaking never ending. Feel good about this. I'm gonna play with the ride height a little bit. And then we're getting in line in a few weeks. But now I feel like I can go out and rip the car now that I know what's, I was afraid that something was gonna break. All right, let me pull it onto the lift. This thing purrs like a kitten though, I'm telling you. It's like shocking. I keep thinking something's broken because it sounds so good. It sounds like smooth. See? Like a supple leopard. Ooh, that's fun. This car even has the best jack points. I'm gonna Dinan stroker and then repaint the whole thing, re-clear the whole thing. Wet sand it. Convince Jason Kilmer to come and wet sand the thing. Let's see if I have any preload left in the springs. I don't want to. So the way that to adjust the Olin's coilovers, you gotta like detach the cup and then spin it inside there. It's a freaking pain in the butt. But I want to come down. I came up too high. I want to come down a little bit. It's pretty good. Don't see any leaks. Just gonna put this on, and first I'm gonna put the side thingies back on these things. As you might imagine, I don't sleep very well when I've got cars not put together. So this will make me feel good. What the heck is going on here? There we go. What's going on here? What is happening here? Like what? This seems to be the problem. This one's about to break. Are these not the right frickin' screws? It should take 1.5 seconds to do this whole frickin' thing. It's like these aren't the right bolts. Jesus. Matt, you need this or that, this and this and that. I'm like, that's just not, I'm just having a moment here, people. Chill out. I know it makes you feel good that you're better than me, but you're not. I can promise you that. Like, they just need to just go on. Like, just frickin' go. Let's go. God dang it. I'm gonna frickin' smash something. Like, this literally just should take less than a minute to put on. I'm 14 minutes in. One more. Just get all the frickin' bolts in my pocket. All right, frickin' hallelujah. Gosh. See if this one takes me long to do. Well, we're off to a better start. Yeah, these are just not happy with that. That clip just will not accept this darn screw. All right, I need something freaking. Something wrong with that freaking thing on both sides. It's just like it's just freaking buzzing. Like what is it doing? I need to get a real legit tap and die set. Anybody make a suggestion in this video? Just point me in the direction. I need a SAE and a whatever you call it, metric, legit tap and die set. Am I missing a gosh darn screw? The longest 2-minute install of my freaking life. missing pieces and nothing's working. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the insert. And I need some of these guys. And I need that cowl piece. I must have cut my VIP promotion and only get 5% off. What the heck?
You're shopping for deals now?
Oh, it's because it's below a certain number or something like that. No, I get the Mormon FCP Euro discount code. For all that promotion I'm doing right now. Go to fcpeuro.com. You too can get stuff and return your oil and all that stuff and be a douchebag. I'm not doing that. So you dump your stinky old oil out, you put it back in the containers, and you ship it back to them, and they give you your money back.
Yeah.
Why do they do that? It makes no sense.
Because they know, like, you're gonna go back and buy another $800 order.
Yeah, but there's no margin in this stuff. How are they going to stay in business? Anyway, that's a wrap for today. I got to go home and watch Kate. We got a lot done today. I'm sure I got a lot more to do at home. As long as I have my laptop, I can get stuff done. So there's my FCP order. Check my email inbox. Oh wait, I thought that was my inbox for a second. No, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails. One is the under cabinet lighting that I need to order. Another is the lighting for, or not under cabinet lighting, but under cabinet power strips. The other is from Cree, to order my Cree lights for next door. Another is a Lutron engineer I can contact, he'll help me out. Another saying the Active is legit, I'll have to respond to him. And people from LiftMaster, I've been after them to try to be able to get work with them. And then the FCP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 emails. If your email inbox looks like a disaster, get your freaking life together. That's my tip of the day. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. See you soon. God dang it. I freaking smashed.